light go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred. Meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. Down at the 21-yard line.
Go. 180!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him. With 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
We're good.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
This is Hines. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here.
Here we go.
I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
It's complete to Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Hines. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
82.
Play action. Now Wentz. And Diggs has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 7. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Set. 19.
On first down, Watson over the middle, complete. It's Newman. Now a loose football. The ball comes out into the Redskins' hand. That they do. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They come out here in the eye. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now it's Watson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
And the 49er first down.
He's set. 19. 24's down. He's coming.
Fournette, a first down carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about whatever. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Defense wins championships, baby. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Third and long, it's Watson. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike, 54. Alert. 54. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, San Francisco.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Mike 5-4. Out, here we go. You can't block me. Mike's 54. We own them.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Newman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach?
First down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. On play action, Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hey, reset. 218. 54. Watch 54. Hey, 59. Check. Check.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
49ers 7. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach comes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sidney Jones.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Let's find 7.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. He won't go down. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern, maybe some...
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get ready. Get ready.
Throwing again is Watson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the red zone now, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Watson's pass
He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Watson on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
54 Mike.
On first and 10, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Again, it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up second and 8 at the Redskins.
We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Leonard Fournette, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Naeem Hines, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Fournette running right, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 18 yards, first down Niners. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is, it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Watson now to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So first and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. That one complete to Dede Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. Oh, nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Washington's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Watson on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now. Going to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 27. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win